Have you thought about making a podcast of your own, but you're not sure where to begin or what the process looks like? Well, I use Anchor because it is the easiest way to make a podcast. They give you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. Their creation tools allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. They'll distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. And you can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Hello and welcome to Leaflet Educational Research Made Approachable. Today's article is titled Changes in the Demographics, Qualifications, and Turnover of American STEM Teachers from 1988 to 2012. American students, particularly at the high school level, have tailed those of other developed nations in mathematics and science performance for years. The concern is that this underperformance could be linked to a lack of qualified American teachers in these subjects. Makes sense. With the intention of exploring this issue further, Nguyen and Redding seek to understand the changes in demographic characteristics and qualifications of STEM teachers from 1988 to 2012, the changes in and impact of turnover patterns for STEM teachers in high and low poverty schools, and, naturally, the associations between teacher turnover and teacher qualifications. The results show that today's, or 2012's, STEM teachers are more likely to be female, to attend selective colleges, to earn graduate degrees, and to actually have STEM qualifications professionally. However, in 2012, nearly 1/3 of high school math and high school biology teachers still did not have a major relevant to their teaching subject. This percentage is much smaller in the social sciences, where secondary teachers are, as a rule, more likely to find their major. Furthermore, while content knowledge is key, particularly in these fields, research on student-teacher relationships suggests that racial and cultural diversity among STEM teachers could also improve student achievement. The assignment of a student to a teacher of one's race or gender is linked to higher scores on subjective measures of academic performance, as well as increased likelihood of graduating with a STEM degree. A handful of very apparent and very important trends are worthy of mention here. Firstly, the less academically prepared the educator is, the more likely they are to leave the field. Secondly, there are still substantial demographic and professional differences between STEM teachers working in high and low poverty schools. Thirdly, as is the natural consequence of these findings, high poverty schools maintain higher turnover rates for STEM teachers. It is these schools in which an intense focus on content knowledge and the building of healthy student-teacher relationships is necessary to the improvement of the school, its families, and the surrounding community. We need to encourage highly qualified STEM teachers from a variety of demographic backgrounds to find work in these areas, while providing supports to help them overcome the inherent challenges of such a task and environment. Even underqualified teachers can improve if they remain in the field and continue to develop professionally. But if they leave education in the face of adversity, in the midst of unpreparedness, clearly this will not happen. Now, in my practicum observations, it seemed that the most poverty-stricken schools I visited also had the most character, celebrated education in school most explicitly, and housed some of the most compassionate educators I had met. Surely many educators and teaching students have had a similar experience. These stories need to be heard by education students preparing to teach in STEM fields, and further economic incentives would be useful as well. Thank you guys for listening. Let me know what you think in the comments, wherever those are. This has been Leaflet Educational Research Made Approachable. I will see you next week, and have a wonderful day.